have something great for you today.
We sure do. We have an exciting visitor here today. Gayle Hunter has an apron pattern that she's going to be showing off. She's got beautiful dresses that we have behind her.
I'm looking at her face over there. She's like, what?
She's made these delicious pinwheels.
I know. I thought if Kristen didn't hurry up and get this thing going, I'm going to eat those.
I know. So, y'all stay tuned.
It's your fault, right?
Yeah, right. Fault. So stay tuned, and Gayle will be on in just a minute. But we want to show y'all some of the latest things that are going on over here.
Well, it's been exciting for us to work with Peony Patterns, a PDF pattern company that we just love working with them. They've been delightful. And in fact, Laura Hilton, their head designer, will be joining us next week if all goes well. Like Tennessee Ernie Ford said, if the good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, she'll be. You're probably way too young to know that.
I
right?
know it because of you, but really? I always thought your dad said it.
No, it was Tennessee Ernie Ford was like, if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, Laura Hilton will be with us next Tuesday.
She's coming from Utah. We cannot wait. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all.
Oh, here we are talking to you, and you're looking at our table. I'm telling you what, at least you can hear us, right?
Welcome to Farmhouse Fabrics, Gab and Gush, y'all. We're getting our act together. Slowly over here.
So Gayle Hunter is a good friend of ours, and she's been with us. I mean, she's been a friend for a lot of years now, but she came this morning, and she and Charlie, Kristen's oldest daughter, have they videoed her making this wonderful plate of
they're awesome.
Yeah.
This is such a delicious thing that Gayle always brings us. But y'all, okay, so Peony Patterns, Laura Hilton, we feel like she's en route already heading this way because we're preparing for her visit. Peony Patterns is doing their wedding week this week, and you can see this beautiful embroidered netting that Sally is holding up. Life with Lexi was just featured in their newsletter yesterday, and I am going to flip to the overhead, but on purpose this time, so y'all can see this picture. So here we go. This is Life with Lexi, and she is gorgeous. Her mother has made this beautiful gown here, and you can kind of see the details of it right there. But it has these rows. Show them the fabric in real life.
Flip us back here.
You want to show them here?
Oh, here. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
So you can see the rows and rows that's created in the design, but it makes up beautifully just going around the skirt, like Life with Lexi did.
Yeah.
And that was let's see. This is the Ivy. Let's take a look at Miss Lexi in the maxi length Ivy. So that's the Ivy pattern by Peony Patterns. Y'all, we're all over the place today. We want to talk about dyeing fabrics with Abbey Wilkinson. She's in the works of dyeing a polyester netting. And so we've been watching her stories. We've been screenshotting you, Abbey. So I'm so sorry.
I've been so interested in because I love the whole dyeing process, and
not kicking the bucket.
But when Abby Hawkins was here, and she dyes a lot of her silk velvets and her silk organzas and that type of thing, and I'm so fascinated with it. And so Abby,
but it got us thinking. We want to know if the horsehair braid that we have can be dyed.
Well, because Abby said she made the mistake one time of trying to use the regular RIT dye on a synthetic, but they actually make a RIT dye for synthetics, and Emma is going to put links to that. And so they're on Amazon, right, Emma? And Emma will put links. And so
I wonder if Abby has links.
Well, Abby probably does. Yeah. But Abby used she's doing a skirt from the P&M Pattern Company. Are they out of France? I think they're out of France. I think. Anyway, it's a skirt for her, and it's going to be a mommy and me. And the mommy skirt takes 11 yards of netting. 11 yards. And
it doesn't look crazy full.
No, it's really beautiful. And I was all worried because the underneath part is a kind of a taupe lining. Very, very elegant looking in the picture that she showed. And I thought, I don't know if I can get a netting that color. Hey, no problem. Yeah. No problem, because Abby knows how to get this done. So Abby she dyed the 11 yards, and then for her daughter, like 4 yards. And so she didn't have a pot big enough to
Can you tell we've been watching you, Abby? Goodness gracious.
I'm telling your story, but I've been fascinated with it. So she put it in her big cooler. So that
on the back right side of your porch.
Is it?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I was watching. Well, she actually did hang it off the upstairs to dry. She had this long thing of netting hanging off her upstairs balcony to dry. But isn't that a great idea to put it in your cooler? Because you can put hot water in there or whatever it calls for. I don't know if it's hot or cold. But anyway, it's beautiful. And so they tell you.
Sometimes I feel like it's boiling.
Exactly. I know sometimes. Yeah. So they tell you what to mix, kind of like at the paint store, what colors to mix to get this certain color. And she got this soft, blushy pink, champagne-y blushy pink color. It was gorgeous. And but I bet the inside of her cooler is now nice and pink. So
it might not take.
Well, maybe. But meanwhile, last time we were here, we showed our horsehair braid, and it's a synthetic. And I thought, man, why couldn't you just
seems like it would take
dye that at the same time you're dyeing your other stuff, and then your horsehair braid is going to be the exact same color as your skirt. Wouldn't that be cool?
Y'all, anyway, we have, speaking of in the news, because this is where our minds are, we are preparing, you wouldn't believe it, for a summer photo shoot that's going to happen in September, but it's really going to consume our lives until then, because it's kind of like part of how we gear our entire year around. So we have a vintage pattern inspiration. It makes me think, like, speaking of fabrics with holes in it, this gorgeous eyelet fabric. You've looked at it in the beginning if you've been here since the beginning, but we're going to show it to you on purpose. So let's see this.
This is beautiful.
It's a gorgeous quality.
Yeah, it's one of just a real high-end quality with kind of like scallops and paisleys. It's really pretty. And then Kristen pulled out our organdy box pleated. This is a trim that we have made. It's an organdy box pleated trim.
I feel like the color is so perfect.
Color is perfect.
We have a very that same shade. It's a slight touch of off-white. And this is a twill weave, actually.
I think we call it an Oxford.
Is it an Oxford?
Yeah, but it's a super fine Oxford.
So I'm thinking that this Chrissy dress by Primrose Lane, like I really love a round yoke dress. And so I thought this would make up really beautifully in this eyelet fabric. So yeah.
So show them that vintage pattern. Did you show that?
Let's show that. So we've been thinking on this vintage pattern because, like I said, our minds are starting to be consumed by this. So what do y'all think for a summer look? Maybe like beach cover up.
It could be eyelet. It could be
I'm drawn to this.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
why.
pretty and it has a little bit of a drop shoulder and then a bell-shaped sleeve, which I think is so cute. And I think it could look cute on all the girls. They could wear it as a swimsuit cover up or really like a little dress. And so anyway, whatever we do, we have to make, I feel like I make 180 of them by the time I'm done sewing.
We definitely look at almost every fabric we carry in the store.
Do.
I mean, that is definitely part of it. So let's see. We have, how about our little gift over there?
So I met the sweetest lady, and she's an artist, and
I'll give you an up close.
Her name is Alice Carmen, and she sent this adorable little pin cushion, and it's on. That's like a golf tee, right? That is on.
Yeah.
Look at that. And so she bought it. She bought it at the National Quilt Museum, and it's handmade, but it's so adorable, and I wanted to show, and it's beautiful.
So she's very artistic.
She
all
is
around.
Artistic. And when I was talking to her, she was looking for a place that perhaps she could get her some of her artwork on a piece of fabric. And I had just been reading on Instagram about a family-owned business in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and it's called Little Co Calico. It's owned by a husband and wife, and they have a couple of cute little kids, and they recently this year, I think.
So they're fabric printing.
And then you can have your own artwork, or you can use one of their artists. very, very interesting, and they have a big variety of fabrics they can print on.
So Alice, we're thinking that you need to print your fabrics.
That's right. So this is,
I'm gonna do the overhead.
Okay,
you can lay it out there.
These are some of her original designs. This is from an original watercolor called Sunflowers and Inkberries by Alice Carmen. And this is another look at the irises.
We really have been enjoying these. They're beautiful.
This one's called Zucchini Blossoms. And this one is Poppies. How awesome is that?
That's so pretty. Thank you. This was so fun to see.
And this one's Eggplants. And this is the one then on which she wrote her note. But I loved seeing these.
That is neat.
I love original art. I'm just so impressed by it.
I can't draw.
I always wish I could do it. I can't do it. But thank you very much. And what
I sometimes like to show the garments that Sally and I draw for each other. Like if we're dreaming up something, it's really funny, actually. Okay, so we have. Let me show y'all this other. So we've been sewing with Clooney trims. We've been sewing. Sally showed us last Friday about how she uses different types of thread depending on what she's sewing with these Clooney trims. I have gotten more coordinates in mind for this Chrissy dress because I really do love. I love a round yoke dress. It's very pretty, and with spring and summer coming up, it just opens up so many different possibilities for stripes and florals and lightweights. So this is I pulled these. They're not winning me over yet. I haven't landed on what I really love.
This is one of my favorites right here.
This trim right here.
I love this.
So this is a Clooney. It's a Swiss trim. It's 100% cotton, and it is probably about 1.5 inches. Like it's a larger size trim here, but you can see we sewed something similar to this on Friday. And both of these are like Sally and I were talking about, couldn't you sew this into a seam and then have kind of like you do with rickrack? Like sometimes you just top stitch it on, but then sometimes you insert it into a seam. I'm thinking that this really could be such a cute edging.
You really could do it with something like this.
I was thinking that could go around the neck, especially like on this pattern here.
You'd have to, I think, draw it up, maybe run a little gathering thread and then pull it up so that it would ease.
I mean, really, because that's a really big curve.
But they're such pretty trims, and we've started to use them more this year.
Yeah, I love that. All right, I also have to show y'all. This is one of our custom made trims. So we've actually taken this fabric. We still have this fabric in stock and turned it into this little ruffled edging here. So
it's doubled, and I love it because it has like two rows of stitching, so it's easy to insert in a seam.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit more meat to sew with.
Yeah.
So those are just a few inspirations for spring. We have now started this is like news from the newsletter this morning. We have started a running list of people who want notifications when our needle board comes back in, because we have sold out of what we have in stock, and we have already placed an order. It's en route to us, but
that one's sold out too.
So we are taking orders and also getting a list of people who want to be notified when it comes in. Also, that was demonstrated on Friday with the silk velvet.
Yeah.
So
it's just like everything else since COVID hit. Sometimes we have to wait a long time for some things. So we have a special order in with a large number, but I'm not exactly positive. Just like we never know, like when is that DMC thread coming in, or we never know, right? And so
there's still lags and all kinds of
lots of lags,
things going on in the supply chain.
Yeah.
We got a couple comments.
Okay.
Hanan Salem. She was talking about the art cards, and she said that would be beautiful on the fabrics.
Wouldn't it?
And she would buy them.
Oh, nice.
She also said, can you talk about the pink dress behind Sally?
Oh, this dress.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah. So let's bring up Gayle. We might even do a video later of that dress.
We can say let's just say what the pattern is first. It's Wild Seeds.
It's the lily, right?
Yeah, it's this is the Wild Seeds PDF Pattern Company Lily. And we complemented it with a Liberty of London swirl. And so the collar only goes to the shoulders.
Swirling petals.
Yep. Yeah. And then I went and I found these buttons. And man, right after I used them and we showed them, we repictured them. I think we sold out.
It's a good blender button.
Yeah, they look almost exactly like the print. I couldn't believe we had it. So yeah, I did put a lining in the skirt, and so this is for Farron.
Beautiful.
But isn't it cute? So Wild Seeds, SEEDS, Wild Seeds Lily.
Gayle, you want to come up here? Charlie too?
I'm gonna and I'm going to move out of the way so Gayle and Charlie can talk about what they did today. It's pretty fun. Maybe I'll go over there and eat some of those.
So Gayle, how long have you been coming to Farmhouse? You've been here since I've been here, I feel like.
Oh, forever.
Yeah.
Sweetie, so they can see. You guys need to see.
So y'all, this is Gayle Hunter. Come on up here.
Okay.
We actually now have plenty of room for people. So Gayle,
since I moved out,
Gayle is awesome, and she humored us this morning because we all are so excited every time she brings in these pinwheels, and she has shared her recipe with us, and we are working on editing that video so that y'all can have the recipe as well. But she demonstrated how to put them together and everything.
Charlie, and then I made these aprons, and I bought 4 yards. And because it says 1 yard per apron, you can get 2 aprons out of 1 yard.
Wow.
So that came out really cute. And it was website is Erica's So Easy Apron, and I think they've got it on the website. And she even has a YouTube video that shows you exactly how to make it. But it's basically cut it and sew it up.
I'm going to do an overhead of this so y'all can see this the pattern here. And they're so
Janice Poda's got a comment for you. Says she's happy to see the multi-talented Gayle Hunter.
Oh. Who is that?
Janice Poda.
Janice is my friend that has, when we had classes, we met here, and now we've kept in contact. So hi, Janice.
Yeah.
She's the famous Janice that has the
plastic envelopes.
Plastic envelopes.
Right. That's how we got started with
Yes. So this is a very easy apron, and
so Gayle, not only did she bring her recipe and tell us how to put this awesome pinwheel together, but she whipped up all these aprons. So you said this is a really easy.
It's the easiest apron I've ever made in my life.
Yeah.
Susan says, "Hi, Mom."
Hi, Susan. I had to tell all my kids I was going to be infamous today.
So, you used, how was it sewing on this denim?
Well, I had a denim needle, and so this is embroidered, so it was fast. I mean,
it didn't have any trouble going through the embroidery or anything?
No, this was already embroidered. I didn't do it.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
But when I sewed it, I mean, because some of it, you can see up here, I didn't have any issues with it at all.
Like, it's so pretty and cute.
So they have it here.
That is fun. So Gayle has taken you started taking classes here. Was it with Gayle Doan that you took classes?
I don't remember the first one. It's been so long.
Is this a Gayle Doan dress that you've brought in today?
This is a Connie Palmer.
Oh,
that I made here.
This is the cover, Classic Sewing. It was in one of the Classic Sewing magazines. So yes,
that's so pretty.
Let's get it a little closer. So did you actually complete this in the class?
No.
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 That would be amazing.
No. I had everything, and I actually I finished this last year. And how long ago was the class? Because my granddaughter wore it for a portrait for Bluebonnets last year. And I think this was like a size 5, and she's
what's 8?
8.
Wow.
But it's so long. I mean, it looked really good.
I'll never forget this dress because this was so beautiful. Like, I love the style, everything about it.
And the picture in that Connie sewed it for a friend's daughter.
was like a pink lavender color.
Yeah, Nalona, and it was in the magazine. It Classic Sewing magazine. It was so pretty.
So this, yes.
I also will not forget the first time I saw your granddaughter in one of your dresses, and it was that like princess dress that you used.
Yes, that was for her 3rd birthday.
That was so pretty. And did your daughter-in-law picture it? Did she take the picture?
Yes.
I know. I'm telling you, I won't forget that one.
She had a crown on, and it was smocked, and it was really cute.
That is fun.
So
Gina says you never complete anything in the class.
No.
I take Pella classes, so I complete my Pella.
I did finish the Gayle that Gayle Doan class. I finished one thing from Gayle Doan, and then I got the yellow dress that I just made and bought all that. I had to finish that. That was FedEx the day before it was supposed to be in Texas.
Hey, but I saw a finished product of that, so it made it.
Yeah. And then this dress, I can't reach it. You can.
I love that too.
This is so.
This was from
neat.
So Beautiful, and this was for my niece's first communion, and I could not tell you what. So this is at least 25 years old. I can't remember what issue it was, but what fascinated me was that on the back of it, you put this bustle. Now I am going to have to replace the ribbon but it just hung down and looks so delicate and pretty.
That is so pretty. Oh yeah, let me go to the overhead. Oh yeah, thank you, Emma. I love that feature.
So
I also love, this is one of my favorite things when a button is embellished. Like I'm going to scoot it forward a little bit.
And I probably could never do that again.
That's beautiful. So what I love about it is this. So this looks like you have just run
I did
elastic through. I mean, is it cased at all? It's
well, that was another one that my sister told me, you have 2 days to get it here, and it had to be FedEx overnight. So it was one of those last minute.
I love
dresses.
That because it adds a different detail to the garment. And then whenever,
and that's that Clooney lace that you guys, I think.
Yeah, I know, but I've not ever seen it used that way. That's beautiful. Because it's right here on the going around the dress as well.
That's called Fast.
That's called Fast. Fast and done.
And then this was a Christmas dress that I had made, and I made my grandson a matching outfit. And so
what is it like sewing for him?
Well, now I can't do it anymore. But this was like from 2 years ago.
Did you recently sew? Why am I remembering your stuff? I have a random. You sewed pajamas, maybe?
Oh, I've done all kinds of things for him, but he won't let me do the smocking anymore. So I'm kind of out of that. So I have to make him. I make him a lot of T-shirts with embroidery on them. He likes Star Wars. He likes monkeys. He likes cars, and my other grandson is 4, and so I
can still smock for him.
I can, and I made him his little outfit last year, and I guess I bought all that. It was linen, and it was very frou-frou, but he won't be able to wear those anymore, but at least I got one in. So I do more embroidery, machine embroidery for him, and though he doesn't know it, I did buy some Star Wars fabric.
Oh, fun!
And I'm making, and I found a pattern for a suit for a little boy.
Are you whispering so he doesn't hear you?
He won't know, but so it's going to be a surprise. I'm going to give it to him for his birthday.
Suit, like a suit.
A suit, because I found this pattern, and it's where people make them for Christmas and everything. Well, this is going to be Star Wars.
Star Wars, how fun! That is fun.
It's going to be
It's like
because we're going to Disney. And so in November, so it'll probably be one of those. Okay, it's the night before. I have to get it.
Yeah, right. So this is Princess Dress round 2.
Yes,
and then you'll have the Star Wars suit.
Yes. I'm making one for Cade and for Luke. So that would be very interesting.
That's going to be very fun.
Susan Hunter says with a bow tie, I hope.
Oh yes, he loves bow ties. He loves bow ties, and so I had to find monkey fabric, which is really difficult to find because he loves his stuffed monkeys. So he wears them. So we have to find
like the sock monkey.
No, it's not. No, it's just
like a stuffed animal.
You stuffed animal,
Yeah.
right? And he just so
neat.
he likes bow ties. I think it's because the teachers say, "Oh, aren't you cute?"
So we like to ask, this is totally putting you on the spot, but what is your favorite sewing notion?
The Ripper.
The Ripper.
Because I use it all the time.
So it's your most used.
It's my
maybe least favorite and most used.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I enjoy my machine. I have a very nice machine. My son says you could buy a car with that. And I said, yeah, you could.
What kind of machine?
It's a Brother Luminaire.
An embroidery machine.
Right. And it's sewing and embroidery. Yes. So.
Because people are always interested to know what somebody's favorite machine is. Some people are just getting started and they want to know.
Well, I really like that one. I do have a baby lock serger. So, and I have a baby lock 10 needle, but I like my single needle is a Brother Luminaire, and it's wonderful. So if anything ever happens to me, I'm telling my kids, please do not give them away. You can sell it and go on a trip.
So do you travel with that one?
No, actually, I have one at my daughter-in-law's house.
Oh, my goodness.
Tell them about how she helps out her daughter.
Oh, well, my son and his family. Hi, Susan. Hi, Brian.
I was wondering which one is going to belong to this.
And they live in Texas. And then my daughter, who's also named Susan, and her husband, they live in Birmingham. So a lot of times I go to Birmingham and then fly out of Birmingham to Texas. But during this COVID episode, I've been gone more than I have been home. I would go like every 6 weeks. And it was so nice to fly because there wasn't anybody on the plane. And there wasn't anybody in the airport. So it was really kind of nice because it is it's 5 hours to Birmingham, and then it's 10, 11 hours to where they live in Texas.
Driving.
And it's in Interstate 20. And it's boring.
Oh, it is. It put you to sleep.
Yes. So
I want to, because I love all this about you,
Susan.
Yeah.
Gayle. How you kept in touch with your grandkids when they live so far away?
Facebook. I Facebook them.
FaceTime.
Yeah, FaceTime. Yes,
But
FaceTime.
What you did every night?
Yes, I read them books, and
I love that you did that.
And they really enjoy it. And my grandson now, he wants me to. He gets irritated if I'm gone, and he wants me to FaceTime him while he plays, which keeps him out of mom and dad's hair.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I just listen to him play, and he'll just make sure I'm listening and talking to him. But they enjoy.
That's so awesome. To still be interactive.
Which is I'm supposed to do a surprise, which I need to do a video for his class for next week. Because I haven't done it yet. I know. It's supposed to be a surprise reader, which is going to be a real surprise if I don't get it done.
Yeah. Oh man, Gayle, it has been so much fun with you here today, and I can't wait to get this video edited and up here. So if y'all were interested in this, we are going to share the link for the apron that was used. So it was the Erica's So Easy apron. The pinwheels, like, they are delicious. So y'all are really going to want to take note for that. Yeah,
yes. Like really yummy,
really good.
Well, Charlie is quite the cook. You should tell him she loves. Can you tell that she's?
Oh, she was.
On?
Yes, she was phenomenal. I mean, I would just tell her, be careful with the knife, and boy, she was just cutting them. And she found out that the ends of these tortillas, you kind of have to.
You have to eat them.
You have to eat them because they're not full. So you just push those to the side because it's really pretty when you do the center.
Like,
all done, but
nice,
but the end pieces are
like
not
wonky and not.
So you don't.
They taste just as good because I helped with the end pieces.
So those, you can make like 8 out of this recipe that I put on the website. But then you have a lot of ends. So those, those go fast.
Oh, man. All right. Well, y'all, this will not be the last of Gayle. We've got all kinds of other things set up for Gayle going on.
So if you enjoyed this, I've got some other recipes.
Oh, yeah.
Susan Hunter says anything Gayle makes is so good.
Awesome.
And we agree at Farmhouse.
That's so true. Yes. It's almost rude. Gayle walks in and we're like doing like this, seeing if she brought any food today. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in today. And we need to do the drawing. Yes, okay. All right, so we did a wedding theme. Again, Peony Patterns, a PDF pattern company. They actually are having a sale right now for 30% off of their patterns. You can find them at peonypatterns.com. We had a wedding theme giveaway based off of their wedding week that they're showing on their website. Oh, yeah. Did you see Emma and Sally's tiara video with the beads? Pretty. It is really pretty. It's fun, y'all. So thank y'all for entering.
Mr. and Mrs.
Do you want to draw, Sally?
No.
Or Charlie? Here, draw, Charlie.
Yeah. Look at this. Bodice front. Everybody's been wanting this.
I'm just gonna mix it around there.
Pinwheels for the next meeting.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Oh.
I know. You know what? That's exactly spotted. I was wondering if you gave her those. That's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Troll Maggie. Wow, beautiful stuff. I don't know.
Oh, Maggie Troll.
Oh, Troll.
Yeah.
Okay, Troll Maggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
congratulations.
That's Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see y'all
you know
back
what?
here.
I want to tell one more thing. This is really boring compared to all of this, but twice I've forgotten. Let me show them.
Those are so pretty. What are they? They're
Thank you. Thank you. They're really kind of boring, but
I like the colors.
Kristen put these on in our newsletter today, but I had them last time. We have really been looking for a nice quality elastic button loop to go, like a lot of people will use them in our in their bishops and I mean, they can be bridal too, but we have them in white, ivory, and black, and they're really a nice quality. So I wanted to show you that. And then the other thing, I don't know if you guys remember me. Some of you remember me talking about when we had an 18-wheeler truck come up, and it was full of mother of pearl buttons, and they're vintage mother of pearl buttons. Well, we still have some, and so I wanted to show these are assortments of more than 200 small-ish shank mother of pearl, and all different sizes. And that type, the largest would be probably the largest 5/8 or half an inch, and so they're only $10 for 200, and they're not all perfectly perfect, but they are.
That's a disc. Looks like a.
Well, I know. I'll let it stay in there. Sometimes I throw in the, but that doesn't make that $199. That's like 201 then. That's an extra gift. So anyway, I wanted to show those, and there'll be a link to this. So then the one other thing, because so many of you commented on this last time, and
we're hunting this fabric,
searching
y'all.
the whole wide world over for this fabric that probably nobody makes anymore. And we showed this. Are we up or are we forward? What are we doing? Okay. This is a vintage garment. And guess what? When Michelle was getting ready to take pictures, she said, "Did you know there was a skirt in that bin?" No, I did not know there was a skirt in that bin. Look at this. So there's a beautiful insertion, and then a wide ruffle, and then a small ruffle right below the insertion. But I'm telling you, I've told my vendors, my favorite vendors, find me this fabric. I would buy thousands of yards of this fabric.
It's beautiful.
It's so wonderful. Yeah. So if we find it, you'll be the first to know.
Awesome.
So anyway, I had to get the last word in, right?
See y'all back here Friday.